guys, welcome back. Today, and for the next several days, I'm going to be refurbishing an old hand crank bench grinder. Now, I've already done one of these. It's actually sitting right there. Did that one, was it last year? I think it was last year. And that was obviously a lot smaller than this one. So, this one I'm going to be paying a little bit more attention to, but not a whole lot. But that's only because on that little one there, I didn't really have to replace the wheel that's on it. But this one here is probably 2/3 the size of what it originally was. So I'll be replacing that as well. But it needs some terrible cleaning up. And I'm going to wind up getting this thing set up in service. So stick around and enjoy. Alright, so here it is. It is done. But there, well, almost. This here, it kept on binding up on me. This threading for this nut. So I may end up, this little brass nut here. I'm going to end up replacing this with a nylon nut. It's hoping that it's long enough. Oh, it's hoping that it'll fit right to where the nylon will actually grab a hold of the threads. That way it stays put there. But I did find that it was binding up on me as I was sitting here running it. So, it is working now, and it's back together and real nice and everything. So, yes, I do have two, but the purpose of what this one's going to be is that whenever I'm here trying to refurbish a knife whenever I'm trying to refurbish a knife and the edge is all messed up and everything, I'm going to use this one to kind of trim up and reshape the edge. And once I get all the edge reshaped, I'll be able to take this off, and then put this little one on, like so, and then be able to be able to get a new edge started with this one. Now, yes, these were not originally a part of these grinders. There's a pair of them. I wound up getting these the other day from an old belt-driven bench grinder. So, in other words, the next stage up from this, whenever they came out with electric motors, they came out with belt-driven grinders, and these were actually mounted on that old belt-driven grinder. So I went ahead and salvaged these little red plates, these red guides, and going to be using them on both of these. So this actually gives the almost exact angle that would be needed to start in on an edge. So it's actually worked out perfectly for that. So this one will start giving me the edge. The other one will help me reshape it. So this other one though, there's a pretty neat deal about it. Let me get this up here real quick. This one, I actually take this wheel off and replace it with a wire wheel that came with that same grinder. And I can use this potentially, I have to see how it works, but I could potentially use this to help me clean up, get some of the rust off of the blades that would be refurbishing. So I'd have to take this part off, I'll take the wheel off and everything, and be able to use it to help me clean up the blades with any kind of rust and buildup and everything. So I haven't figured out what I'm going to be attaching back here, because I do have an extra stud in the back. But that grinder came with an attachment that I'm not certain of. And it's this attachment here. I don't know if it's supposed to be for... I just don't know what this is supposed to be for. But this piece here mounts to the grinder, and this just slides in here, and it's supposed to be able to run back and forth. So say it mounts like this, it's supposed to be able to run like this with a grinder. Or if it might have to be mounted like this, I don't know. Which that doesn't make any sense, but I originally thought this was supposed to be for knives, but the placement for this is all wrong. I would imagine it had to be rotated 90 degrees in order for that to happen. So I I don't want to try to figure that out. If anybody that's watching this knows what this is, that would be great. But until then, I might be able to find out. But if you do, put it in the comments and let me know, because that would be awesome to know. And for anyone else that may be wondering themselves, might have this and don't know. So, I'm actually really excited to get this up and going. So, oh yeah, see, like that, it bound up on me because of this little nut here. And it's a pain in the butt to get undone. So, I had to figure something out. I hope that nylon nut will help out with this. So, I just hope it does. Alright, video verse. Alright, so this video verse is in Matthew 15, 1 through 9. Then the scribes and Pharisees who were from Jerusalem came to Jesus, saying, "Why do your disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they do not wash their hands when they eat bread." He answered and said to them, "Why do you also transgress the commandment of God because of your tradition? For God commanded, saying, 'Honor your father and your mother,' and he who curses father or mother, let him be put to death. But you say, whoever says to his father or mother, 'Whatever profit you might have received from me is a gift to God,' then he need not honor his father or mother. Thus you have made the commandment of God of no effect by your tradition. Hypocrites! Well, did Isaiah prophesy about you, saying, 'These people draw near to me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, and their heart is far from me, and in vain they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men.'" And that is in Matthew 15, 1 through 9. And I will see you guys in the next one.